Hi, it's Angela here from Fragilevintage. So anybody that hasn't met me before, I have a Facebook page called Fragilevintage and I sell things on vintage, also under the name of Fragilevintage. And the reason I chose that name is I love all things fragile, I love all things vintage, I'm a sucker for glass, pottery and wood, can't get enough of it. Today, my first ever video, I thought I might share with you all of the things I found to buy and sell for a profit. And some of them I will upcycle and then sell for a profit. So I'm going to tell you where I bought them, why I bought them, and how much I paid for them, and what I'm going to do with them if anything. Okay, so first of all, today is horse riding day for my youngest two children, so I drop them off and I go down to Peebles in the Borders. Beautiful, beautiful little Scottish town. If you've never been there before, then you have to visit. They've got 5 charity shops, I think, and it's like a reuse, recycle hub where you can pick up things for a great price. So, first thing is these. I just love these. These handmade lace doilies. So this one doesn't look quite so vintage. It's got like a linen centre and oh, they're just so pretty. Look at all the work that's gone into that. That wasn't made with a machine. That was handmade. So I picked out my 3 favourites that were kind of roughly the same size, because what I was thinking was these would look really lovely framed with maybe even a little bit of greenery in them, maybe a little bit of spring something, but they're so pretty. So I picked 3 of my favourite large ones and I'm probably going to sell them in a bundle. I won't do anything with them unless they sit for a while and they don't sell, and if that's the case then I'll go with my idea of putting them in a frame and adding something to make them a little bit different. And then I picked these smaller ones, so I think the bigger ones were £1.50 each and the smaller ones were different prices. So this one was £1, but look at that. Oh my word, how adorable is that? It's so fragile and it's got that kind of old vintage lace look. So there's this one is slightly stained, but even then, like I still love it. I still just think, like, you know, it's beautiful. In a little square frame, little sprig on the side just to show it off. Love it. And then this one here, I'll need to iron this one out a bit, it's a bit crumpled. It's more of an oval shape, but again, love it. So I'm going to list these 3 together. So if there's anything you see in my video today that you can't live without, they will be listed on Vinted. And then I bought these, again, of glass, used glass, really heavy coasters, and these were a set of 4 for £4, and all of this stuff came from Save the Children. So this one's got a little baby sheep. He's so cute. And I think what I'll do is I'll sell these in pairs, because these are kind of obviously the same theme, but these ones are really different. So these ones are the seaside and the beach, and I just think they're so pretty. Look at how intricate they are, and somebody's made these. Again, just I love the idea that somebody made these themselves. So those will be for sale and they'll be in 2 pairs. And then I bought this, I think this is a bobbin for lace making. And I'm really disappointed there wasn't more, because I just love it. I probably won't do anything with it and I probably won't sell it. I'll keep it for myself. This is a sort of random thing that I have just lying on a shelf. It's just a little bit of interest. It's a curio, I guess, and I love them. It's quite new, this one. It's not vintage, I don't think, but I still love it. Again, I love wood. So this was £1, and that little haul was from Save the Children in Peebles. Really, really nice shop, really clean, lovely staff, and always really well priced. So moving on to, let's go to it's the Salvation Army, and I just found the most amazing things in the Salvation Army. These little brass candlesticks are adorable. They're very shiny. Like, I think for me, I won't do anything with them, but for me, they're too shiny. I probably would put a bit of antique and wax on them. And they just look great on a little shelf in a little bundle. So these two candlesticks were $2.99. And then, oh guys, wait till you see these ones. Oh my god, they're so little. They're so adorable. I mean, I don't even think you could get a candle that small, but it's not the point, they're still pretty. And those were $1.25 for the pair. And this pair are a bit different. They're maybe a bit older. You see they've got like a bit of patina on the bottom. I think they're probably vintage. But again, just super sweet on a shelf. And those ones are $1.99. Brass sells really well for me. I always pick it up when I see it, if it's a good price. And I just like to, all of these candlesticks will be sold as a booking, but grouping. But look at how cute this is. Like, I love using old books as risers. You know, like, I just think it's really cute. You wouldn't have to keep them all together if you didn't want to, but you know, if that was on your coffee table, I think it's cute. It's maybe not your cup of tea though. Anyway, that's what I paid for them. This, I think this is a curtain tie back. I didn't buy it to use as a curtain tie back. It's wood. I like wood. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it, but what I tend to find is I've always picked these things up because if you had a nice like a little wooden tray, you could make a little riser out of that. And I often pick up glass lampshades and turn them into cloches, and if I could take this bit off, and that would make a great little top for a cloche. If you guys want to see what I mean by that, I have got a cloche that I've made recently. Just comment down below and I can let you see it. So that was £2, which I think is a good price. A good price. And oh, finally, just as I was about to walk out the shop, they put these out. Oh my god, I love them. Look at these candlesticks. Look at how tall they are. For one thing, I don't know, I'm not very good at measuring, but it's got to be like 2 feet, right? And somebody's used them and used them and used them, and it has all this wax down it, which I don't hate, but I'm probably going to take off. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice look, but for me, I think I would rather not have this because it's the wood that does it for me. Look at all this wood. Isn't that beautiful? And it's all carved, and it's got the spike here for your candles. And then actually, they came with candles. I mean, you couldn't even get the candles for what I paid for this. So look how tall those are. I don't know if you can see all. And there was a pair. So this one's slightly darker than this one, which I don't mind. It doesn't bother me at all. Again, lots of wax, which I would take off. But if you wanted to make them the same, all you would really need to do is get a finishing wax in a dark colour and give this one a little coat of that, and it would probably marry them up better. But oh my word, these were $5.95. Was it $5.95? I can't find the sticker, but I'm pretty sure I paid $5.95 for the pair. Look at this. You could, you think about John Lewis or, one of the high-end stores, and you go into one of those stores to buy a pair of candlesticks like this, you're not getting change from £40. They are stunning. So my idea was, again, I'm going to list these. I'll clean them up and I'll list them as is. And if they sit and nobody wants them, my thought was to make them into little side tables. So I'll get a nice wooden tray and make them into side tables. What do you think of that? Let me know if you think that's a good idea, or if you would just leave them. The other thing you could do is, clean them all up, whitewash them, distress them. That would be a really nice look, shabby chic. It's like all the rage, everybody loves it. I couldn't do that. I just love the wood. I think for me, I would take all the wax off, clean them up, maybe put a bit of dark wax on this just to marry them together. And I think for me, if I kept them, I'd have them as side tables. That's not going to happen because I've got two French bulldogs. By the way, they're crazy. If you hear snorting and grunting, that's not me, it's them. And at some point you probably will see one of them jump up. They would just knock these over or chew them, because so there we go. That was one of my favourite finds. This, you guys, oh my word, how exciting. I paid 95p for all of these, and they are stunning. There is so many of them. Look at these beautiful, beautiful prints. I don't want to appear ignorant, but I think they're Japanese. If anybody can tell me I'm right or wrong, then please do so. But there are, I didn't count them actually. Let's count them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 10 altogether. And they're all different. They all have different birds on them. Really, really good quality. And I'm struggling. I don't know if I'll sell these in pairs, because I can't see that one person would want 10 of them. But oh my word, isn't that upside down? Isn't that lovely? Look at the colours in that. And as you can tell from my crazy wallpaper behind me, I love a bit of colour. I love a bit of interest. But even 3 of these in some big frames on a plain white wall, wow, what a statement. I just love them. I'm not going to show you them all because there's too many, but I will list them on my Facebook page. Again, if anybody was interested in buying all 10, you could drop me a message or have a look on Vintage once I've listed them. It might take me a few days to get them up. I won't show you the rest, there's 10 in total. I think I'm going to go and list them in, I don't know, do I list them in pairs or a 3, a 3 and a 4? Because I think they would look nice in 3s, but then they would look nice in pairs as well. Oh, I'm so confused. I think I'll probably go for pairs. But you guys let me know in the comments what you think, if that's a good idea or a bad idea. And this is just a little wooden cork for your wine bottle, and wow, why not, because it's wood and it's cute. And again, you know, if you I love my little curios. Let's get them out of the way so you can see all of this off. Just why not, little autumn decoration, spring. So I paid 50p for that. I'm always reluctant to sell these little things on their own because postage is always an issue. And what I thought I might do was start, if I had a few of these little things, I could do little bundles. I'll probably do that, maybe hold on to this one for a while until I've got a few little things so that it's not costing somebody a lot of postage just to buy one thing. So that is that. And then when I got home, into Midlothian, which is where I live, I couldn't resist it. I popped into the charity shop at home and I got a few things in the Oxfam, and that was in Pennycook. And this, oh my word, look at this. I'm pretty sure that this is an original, maybe 1970s spinning top. Cost me 99p. I mean, how adorable is that? Like on a children's bookshelf or on just even on a shelf. Got a little bash in it, but it's so lovely. Look at the graphics on it. I'm pretty sure it's 1970s, but if you guys know better, then let me know. One thing I don't claim to be is an expert on pretty much anything, so if you've got an opinion that you want to share with me, I'm all for that. Unless it's negative, don't bother, because I'm all about kindness. This, 95p. This is Schleich. So for those of you who've got kids and they like Schleich toys, you'll know they're quite expensive. And one of my daughters actually collects the horses, and so you know, this is for her, 95p. I think they're like this size, maybe like £8 or something. So that was a bit of a bargain. She'll be dead chill for that. And by the way, she's a teenager. She's not a little kid. She just likes to collect them. I got this in the Oxfam, 29p. So I think I would, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. This is. It's just a dice, but you know, again, I'm gonna sand this down a bit, distress it, and then I'm going to put some antique wax on it probably in a really dark colour, and I'll cover these little spots with black, and you know, I'll add it to my shelf of curios because I like the curio and I like things that are interesting, and you know, I think that's quite cute. So that was £29. This was more expensive, but oh my word, I love it, and it's not that unusual, probably not that rare, but I just love it. So is it a barometer? Is that what you call this? Yeah, barometer. So this was £4.99, but look, and I think that the reason I liked it so much was because you can see the mechanics inside. I think that the shape of it as well, like, I just love it. Look how good quality it is, the colour of it, and it's just so beautiful. And you know, I'm not that mad keen on shiny wood, but I would leave this as it is because it's just so pretty, and I don't hate it, so I would leave that. I think if this doesn't sell pretty quickly, it'll probably end up on my wall, because I do love it. And I mean, you wouldn't even have to hang it. You could, again, you know, you could, if you wanted to, you had a little shelf, a little wall shelf or something, you could have it like standing up. But yeah, so that was one of my more expensive pieces, but if somebody really, really wants it, I'll pass it on. If not, they'll be going on the wall. These, £1.95. The reason I bought these actually is because I've got French bulldogs and one of them likes to chew stuff, and she chewed one of our draft pieces. Also, I don't know, I'm thinking I would probably use them in some sort of craft because that's what I do, buy random things and do random stuff with it. So they were, I thought that was a good price. They are highly polished hardwood. I don't know if they're vintage or they're just in a vintage box, but I think if I used all of these, again, I'd maybe get a bit of sandpaper and just edge all the corners and distress it a bit, and again, I'd maybe have that sitting on a bookshelf next to my board games because I think it's got a nice look to it. Maybe just a bright colour for me, so like I said, maybe just distress it a little bit. That, and then I think this is the last thing. So this is not vintage, but it looks vintage. I like it. I thought you could have some candles in here. You might even just have like a sprig of greenery, like some eucalyptus. You might put it in your hall and have some keys on it. I mean, it's got a vintage look, but if you wanted it more vintage, I guess you could like sand it down a bit, leave it outside for a while, let it go a bit rusty. But I like it. I think it's nice like that. I've absolutely no idea what I would put in it, apart from the candles probably. You know, this is red. If that's not your colour, it'd be easy enough to paint the handles. Even just if you put a bit of paint on it and then wet distressed it so it looked more vintage and without having to paint it completely. This here is, so this is something that I bought last week, and I just wanted to bring it over to show you because it's really just to give you an idea of the kind of things I picked up and what I do with them. So this, I just love the shape, and you know, it's a shame somebody might like it is, but I bought it specifically with this project in mind. I love the shape of it, I love the size of it. I think it would make a great vase. I mean, nobody's going to use this as a kitchen jug anymore. People just don't use things this size anymore. We use milk cartons, and nobody has a jug on their table unless you're posh. If you're posh, then you know, good for you. But we're not. We just use milk. I mean, I don't think it's particularly valuable. And then this is what I have started doing to it. So I don't know if it's working. You guys let me know if you think it's working. My idea was to make it almost look knitted, because I've seen some vases that had like knitted little jackets on them, and so I've got a mould, IOD mould, which you'll hear me mention a lot because I just love IOD products, and I've picked two of the designs, these ones, and I'm just putting them in rows. I'm just super gluing them on. And then my idea is to, I think I'll paint it a very light grey and then do like a mud wash. So you can either use actual mud or you can use really watered down dark brown paint and basically just wash it on and wash it off. And what it does is it sticks to all these sort of deeper details and it just really highlights it. And I just think that would look beautiful with some flowers. And you know, because it's a jug, you can actually use it for wet or dry flowers. So that's an idea of some of the things that I do. If you want to see this when it's finished, leave a comment and I'll try and get that up for you. When it is done, it will be for sale on Fragilevintage. And yeah, I'm quite excited about that. To be fair, it looks nicer further away and it won't look so flawed once it's all painted the same colour. I think that's it. That is it for today. That was my haul, which I was quite excited about. Favourite buys of the day were definitely candlesticks and the prints. Let me know what yours is. If you could like and share my post, I would really appreciate that. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.